friend. She got some ass, bring it in. Bitch, I'm the new CNN. Yeah.
I love Four Seasons hotels. You always know what you're gonna get. Really, really good service. Food. They know the weight of my heart is through my stomach. We mostly came here to check out real estate and just see a bit more of the city because I don't come here much. Got views of the river, a bit of the city as well. Wait, minibar, very important. Okay, fire. Fire. Chocolates, chips. I've got to try and not spoil dinner because we're about to go to one of the best restaurants in the Middle East. It's the first Michelin star Emirati restaurant. So I don't want to spoil dinner too much, but yeah, it's nice. And then the bathroom, shower.
It's a cool bathtub.
Yeah, it's nice.
Sick.
When you go to Abu Dhabi, the capital, you want to experience the culture a little bit as well. That's one of the things we want to do here. Go to the museum, go to the galleries, just check out a bit more, of Abu Dhabi. I've been so stuck in Dubai for so long. You kind of forget the Emirates is so much more than just Dubai. It's 7 Emirates? Dubai is just one big and crazy part of it, but cool to venture out and see the rest of the UAE. It's funny, I literally said I don't want to spoil dinner and now I'm just digging into the entire minibar because I can't help myself, but I want some pistachios, man. Spa sesh. Oh, this is so cool. You can see yourself. GoPros are sick, bro. I'll show you why GoPros are so cool.
Yeah. What else are you supposed to do here?
Wait, where's Ned? I want Ned. How tough is being my videographer, bro?
What's that?
How tough is being my videographer, bro?
Honestly, it's the most stressful job I've had.
Putting in the hard yards.
Checks. I got like 2 or 3 phones for business and bitches and still can't even answer a text. Yeah, we in a spot we won't give it a rest.
We're at Mumsha Beach. This is like the new cultural district of Abu Dhabi. It's got the Louvre, the building a Guggenheim Museum over there. Probably the one thing that shocked me when we first arrived here was just how blue the water is. It literally looks like you're in the Caribbean or Thailand. It's so blue.
It looks like in Cancun.
When we looked at the photos online, because we're considering buying property here, I was like, oh no, it's probably fake. You know how they always Photoshop the water, but this actually looks so blue. And coming from the JBR area where we currently live, honestly, this beach is so much nicer. It makes me want to live here. I mean, maybe I'd get a bit bored. Dubai's great for networking, events, but all I do is work, to be honest. So this is super nice, man.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. And I actually think that Abu Dhabi has a lot of potential, right? This island is going to host 5 of the biggest museums in Middle East.
Yeah.
Like Miles said, Guggenheim Museum, Louvre Museum. So I think the potential of the area is very, very good.
And we're not being paid by Abu Dhabi. This isn't sponsored. I wish.
So Julia, what do you think? Is this better than Rio de Janeiro?
Nada.
What do you think actually of Brazil? Good rental market.
Yeah, actually the rental market is very good, but I think as any investment in a developing country, you need to understand very well regulation, have people that are based over there in order to make sure that the property is taken care. So definitely it's higher risk, but higher yield. So yeah.
I think that's the thing about property in general. You always want to invest in markets that you either really understand or a market where you're located. Since we live in the Emirates, it's very easy for us to get financing. If there's an issue, it's easy for me to call someone to fix it. Whereas if you invest in Brazil and like you don't have
100%.
contacts there, like something goes wrong, you don't speak the language, you're screwed. So I think it's important to like invest in markets you like know.
Because you see a lot of people that recently have decided to go and invest in countries like Indonesia, Thailand. But the problem is that, like Miles said, the lack of understanding of the market is actually very dangerous. I mean, you hear a lot of stories of people being scammed.
And in Bali, you don't own the property. It's
Exactly,
all,
that's very important actually.
it's all loans, same as Thailand.
To understand if it's leasehold or freehold,
Yes.
right?
And this is freehold.
Freehold, yeah, 100%. Here is freehold. So at the end, you're buying and you're an owner of the land of probably one of the most important islands in the region with all the cultural districts.
And it means
so,
you can also, you have the possibility of leveraging if it's freehold.
100%.
So as the property goes up, you could draw down, pull out some equity, go and buy other properties. You can run like a leverage playbook if you want. It's just flexibility ultimately.
fully agree.
I'm a big fan of crypto, I'm a big fan of decentralization, but recently I've started to look at funneling some capital into other asset classes. I think at this stage of our like journey, I think it makes sense to have like more of an allocation to real estate. So we've been exploring investing locally, definitely in Dubai, but then the Abu Dhabi opportunity came up through a few of our friends, so we thought we'd come here, check it out.
Whenever we've been able to build our portfolio, we decided that there needs to be some type of diversification because working in crypto, we are very exposed to stable coins and obviously these are pegged to the dollar. So we really said like, how do we reduce a little bit that risk? Definitely gold is one, but real estate, I think it's another one. Abu Dhabi is great because definitely in Dubai, we are looking at certain spots. We were talking about Marina as a great place because I don't know if a lot of people know, but Dubai is building another airport. Actually, it's going to be the biggest airport in the world, and therefore Marina is going to be closer to this airport. So we think that definitely
the city's shifting south a bit. I mean,
Exactly.
there's still lots going on like in Dubai Creek and up north, but they are focusing on the new Palm a lot. The new airport's going to be south of Marina. So the city centers, I think, going to skew over the next 10 to 15 years. And obviously they're putting a lot of new infrastructure like the new green walkway around Marina and stuff like
There's
that.
Expo City that is being built next to the new airport. So it's going to pull a lot of people that are going to come for business. You have the new Palm as well, building very close to the new airport. Exactly. And that's the reason why we said, okay, let's invest in Dubai, but let's also diversify in Abu Dhabi. And in Abu Dhabi, we think that this is probably one of the best options because of the fact that you're only going to have one Louvre in Dubai. You're going to have only one Guggenheim in the area.
I think the region's going to have huge growth. I mean, I know it's exploded. It's kind of been a bit of a bubble in Dubai recently. Everyone I speak to that makes a lot of money, that's from the UK or Europe, they're all coming here.
Yeah.
The infrastructure's only getting better. The culture's only getting better. I'm seeing the migration in real time, and I can't see that changing. Obviously, Dubai has way outperformed Abu Dhabi. I think it's had like a 20% CAGR, like compounded growth rate over the last 5 years, or 20 to 30%.
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi's been like 7 to 9%, so it's been massively underperforming.
What do you think's mostly driven that? Do you reckon it's the tourism?
I mean, Millionaires, and it's been the most attractive because it's the most developed. Everyone's here to work. It's a very like heavy work vibe, but I think they're really trying to increase the tourism, which is why like this island is developing so quickly.
But it's
Ow.
what?
It's just the holding of the camera. No, it's just because I trained shoulders today.
Yeah, true.
I'm just complaining that my arm's hurting holding this phone up. It's like a brick.
Man's so weak he can't even hold his own phone.
We trained shoulders this morning, you saw it. There's proof, there's video proof. Put that in the edit.
Man, I said that I would do it and I did. Used to get leftovers out the fridge.
We need the viewers to know that I'm not a weakling, but I can barely hold this thing up for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's a different type of way to get tourism here, right? It's a more measured approach. It's through arts and culture.
And it's a nice counterbalance.
Whereas Dubai feels like, how many beach clubs can we put here on this beach?
Yeah, it's very more party-esque, which I like. I mean, it's great for content with this kind of, with the vlogs, it's great for networking, but yeah, I think having some optionality here would be cool.
What to win, I turn my back. So many man get scarred for life, so when I'm outside, don't know, I don't lack. Ain't gonna lie, I wipe the dime, but I hit them hoes too, though I admit. Me and this bread get along too well when I'm putting this fit, I feel like him. You want my attention bad, but I ain't the guy that I was before. I heard them stories about you, there's no way I'm hitting it raw. You don't wanna get misled, you wanna feel secure.
Yeah, the living room's quite nice down here.
Quite vertical, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite good. And then we got this little bedroom where the magic happens. Oh, I could just sleep here. A couple beds in here. I actually prefer these ones. These are really cozy. You were a deckhand, right?
Yeah. Deckhand for a year.
So you've got experience. I'm so clumsy. Like when you'll see when I go to the front, I'm like scared of falling off.
You gotta get your sea legs, mate. You need your sea legs.
I've got tennis legs, mate. Alright, let's go to the front and try not to fall into the ocean.
I have a question, Miles. What would you recommend to someone who's living in like a small town or like doesn't have a lot happening in it, and like you see all these people on the internet and you want to be a part of that grind culture that you're talking about in Dubai? Like, what do you recommend someone to do?
I think the first step is start to build an online presence. Just start to get the ball rolling, because a lot of my connections and even the decision to move to Dubai opened up because I built a big personal brand. It doesn't matter where you are, India, Pakistan, a small town in America, a small town in Australia, like you can start that process now as long as you have a tiny bit of money, but it's pretty much free, as long as you have an internet connection and a device, right? The next step is, if you don't have the money to go to Dubai, the next step would be Thailand or Bali, because there are communities, I think, that are really hustling, where you can share, you know, with people, rent a big villa and grind in Bali or Thailand. And then I'd probably make the jump to Dubai after that. If I hate it after a month, I book a flight in 12 hours, I'm back home. All I lose is a month of trying, and I'm not gonna lose anything because I'm gonna learn. You can definitely come here on 5K a month. You can, because you can get a 2K a month apartment. You can spend 2 to 3K a month on food and transport. That's easy. I just don't think it's worth forcing it on 5K. I think you make the best progress building a business when you're under less pressure financially, in Bali or Thailand, I think is better. Even if you can't afford it and you just wanna live with your parents, that's a valid option. The only downside is a lot of people aren't great at self-starting. So you need to be a really dedicated, disciplined, to like be able to build a huge business
By yourself.
by yourself in your bedroom, in your parents' house. But you really need to be dedicated. I think having people around you helps keep you accountable and keep you motivated, which
Also
is
makes
why
it
I
more
think
fun.
makes it more fun.
Yeah.
The fact we get to do it with friends is what makes it so much more special. We get to experience the wins together. We get to go on holiday and reflect on things together. And it's so much more satisfying versus like me or you just making a shit ton of money and then just like renting a yacht by yourself. Like that's depressing. So friends and network is very important. Very, very, very important.
If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
That was a very sick weekend, very fun. Really enjoyed some of the conversations we had on the yacht. Had an amazing dinner that night. It was just great to get away. Nice reset. Now we're back on the grind. Really excited for next week. We got a lot to do, but I enjoy working under these high pressure conditions. So we're actually gonna document some of it next week. So make sure you're subscribed, have the post notification bell turned on. Fun weekend. We don't do that every weekend, but you know, occasionally it's nice to get away. And yeah, in the next one, you'll probably see me a little more locked in. See you guys later. Hopefully you enjoyed the vlog. Peace out.